Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of creativity. So thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you here. Now if you're watching live today, you're going to see the red live button up in the top left hand corner. If you don't see that, then you're going to be watching the replay. And for anyone watching the replay over on YouTube, then thank you for watching over there as well. So we will get started in a moment. I'm just going to bring up this live feed on my other devices so I can see everybody's comments. So just while, I'll do that quickly while everybody is finding their notifications that I've gone live. We'll get everything all set up. And there we go. Great. All set up. Fantastic. Now, as you're jumping on, say hi. Let me know where you are watching from if this is your first time watching. And welcome back to all my regular viewers. So it's great to have you all here. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear about what you've been crafting, what you got up to over the weekend, if you've done anything special. I know there's been some wild weather around different parts of Australia, up on the Gold Coast and over in Northern Territory and WA. There's been some crazy weather happening, so hopefully you are all safe and well. Yeah, and haven't been too badly affected by all of the crazy weather that's been going on. We've actually had a bit of rain on the weekend, a bit of rain on Saturday. Yesterday turned out to be a nice day. We were expecting some storms yesterday, but they didn't eventuate. But we are going to be getting some in the next couple of days. So, but today is hot, and yeah, often with the warm weather comes the storms, doesn't it? The afternoon storms. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Hey Julie, how are you? How was your weekend? Let me know what you got up to. I had a fantastic class on Saturday. It was my second class using the Peaceful Garden Suite. So I had one on Wednesday and then another one on Saturday. And the ladies made 4 projects and they did a fantastic job. And they were very happy with their projects that they made. And we had a lovely day together, or lovely afternoon together, I should say. And yeah, it's always fun to gather with other people and other crafters especially, and the conversations and the fun that we had and the laughs that we have. Yeah, it's just really great. It's awesome coming together and sharing a fun time together. So if you would like any information about any of my upcoming classes, let me know. I've got a couple coming up in December, and then I will be on a break for a couple of weeks, and then we'll have some more classes in January. So let me know if you'd like some more details about those classes that are coming up. I do have this one coming up in January. December, on the 6th of December. I'm getting my months all mixed up. Let me move over this way. I've got my cards and cookies coming up, which is always fun. So Saturday the 6th of December, it's a morning class, 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. It's $45 per person. You get to choose whichever kit that you like that I have here on display, and they have different numbers of projects in them. Some of them have got 8, some of them have got 9, some of them have got 12. So you get to choose whichever kit you would like to create with on the day, and then whatever you don't get finished here, you get to take home. So you get the whole entire kit. The kits are all inclusive. The only thing you need is a pair of paper snips or scissors. And if you're coming here to my classes, then I always have scissors on hand. So I always have those available for you to use. These classes with the cards and cookies, these are great classes for any level of crafter. So with the kits, you can create them exactly as the instructions say, or you can change them up. You can add additional cardstock and design your own, stretch your kits to go a bit further if you want them to. It's all different sorts of things that you can do with the kits. But if you just want something quick and easy, then kits are great for that. And if you're new to crafting, kits are a great place to start as well. And everything you need comes in the box, even if it contains any stamping in the kit, because some of the kits are stamping kits and some of the kits are non-stamping kits. I have to put that down, it's hurting my shoulder. If it's a stamping kit, you get the ink spot, which is the little square. I'll show you one of the little ink spots. You get the ink spot, you get a block, and you get a little stamp set in them. If it's a non-stamping stamp set, if it's a non-stamping kit, then all of the sentiments are printed for you. So all you need to do is punch them out of the cardstock, and they, which they're all already die cut. So you just pop them out and adhere them on. It's really, really easy. And there's lots and lots of different designs. So if you'd like more information about that one, I'll pop the link. The registrations close on the 29th, which is Saturday. So, but I only have limited numbers of seats, so make sure you register early. Don't leave it till the last minute in case the seats fill, and I'll have to close it off early. So I'll pop the link in the comments for you, and for those watching on YouTube, I'll put all the links in the description for you. So let me do that now before I forget, and then we can move on. Let me find it here. So I know December is a very busy month for people because we are coming up on Christmas and things start to get a bit crazy leading up to Christmas. There you go, I'll just pop that in the comments. So you might find that you need some time to just wind down and relax for a bit. So this is a good idea. It's only a 2-hour class, so it doesn't go too long. So that's really good as well. And I've got a lot of kits here in the studio. So if you are looking for Christmas gifts for somebody, you might like to do a little bit of Christmas shopping while you're here and grab some extra kits that you can use for Christmas gifts. I've got a whole stack of them here available, so you can come and feel free to shop while you're here, while you're crafting. And if you would like any last minute, I mean, there's lots of, I don't have every single kit that is available currently. You'll find them all in the kits collection in the online store. But I do have a big range of them. I think I've got 13 different ones here of the whole collection. And if you're looking for any last minute Christmas gifts, then just know that I've got some here. Just send me a message and let me know. But otherwise, kits are great for gifts for people, whether it's for birthdays or Christmas. They are fantastic, even if people haven't crafted before. Because they come with full instructions, so it's really easy. So definitely check those out. Julie says weekend was good. We went to you went to your parents' house for dinner. Then Sunday we went to church and just had a quiet one. Nice. Sometimes we need those, don't we? Those quiet days. Yeah, fantastic. Yesterday we had a beautiful afternoon with my niece and her family, her 2 little ones who are absolutely adorable. And we hadn't seen the baby since she was about 8 months old. 2 months old, and now she's 8 months old. So we hadn't seen them for a while. And she's grown so much, and oh my goodness, she's so adorable. And their little boy, he's growing up so quickly, and he's adorable too. We had a really lovely afternoon with them and had an early dinner with them, which is really yummy. We went to a Italian restaurant over in Leichhardt. We met them over there because they live in the city and we're out west, so we kind of met at Leichhardt. It was about halfway for both of us, for each of us, and it was really yummy. And they had heaps of gluten-free options, which was fantastic for myself, my niece, and Amber as well. So yeah, so it was really awesome. Yummy food. Hey Leslie, how are you? Great to have you here with us. So that was yesterday, and then last night I just chilled and actually started to prepare a bit for today as well. So I've got something different to share with you today, so I hope you will enjoy it. Now let me tell you a couple of things that are coming up. So tomorrow, the 25th of November, is actually, oh no, it's okay. I thought I'd already accidentally crossed off the 25th of November on my calendar, but I haven't. It's just my eyes. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to see over there, but it's all good. 25th of November is a exciting day for a couple of reasons. If you are a Stampin' Up demonstrator, tomorrow you can register for the demonstrator only event called On Stage, which is going to be happening in March next year, 2026. So registrations open tomorrow, which is awesome. So if you are Silver Elite title or above, registrations open for you at 9 a.m. If you are any other title other than those, then you are, so if you're bronze, elite or silver, your registration opens at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. And I suggest that you register early because last year sold out very quickly. And there were a lot of very disappointed people because, you know, obviously they can only book a certain, you know, they've got these venues, they can only fit so many people in these venues. So make sure you register early. Sit at your computer and be ready as soon as registration's open. So I'm going to be registering, so I'm very excited. I've actually already booked my accommodation, so hopefully I get tickets. No, I will get tickets. It's all good. But yeah, so that's very exciting for demonstrators, Stampin' Up demonstrators. If you're not already a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you would like to come and join us for On Stage, you can join today and then you can register tomorrow if you'd like to. Yeah, I mean, you could join tomorrow and then register tomorrow too, but you would probably want to join today, get everything all set up and sorted and all of that, get all the information, and then register tomorrow. So if you are in Australia and you'd like to join my team, I'd love to have you come and join us. So please feel free to get in contact with me, or even if you've got more questions about joining Stampin' Up, then please feel free to let me know. When you join, it's only $169. You get to choose $235 worth of product to put in your starter kit for that $169. So you're getting an additional $66 worth of product for free. Plus Stampin' Up will throw in some catalogs and things like that. I think you get an additional about $80 worth of stuff, or it used to be 80, maybe it's 60, I don't know, of stuff. Plus you get free shipping on that starter kit as well. So if you would like more information about that, please feel free to let me know. We'd love to welcome you into our beautiful team. Okay, so that was the first thing I had to tell you. Now for customers, tomorrow Stampin' Up is doing their very first Black Friday sale, which is very exciting. I don't have a flyer to hold up to show you for that because the one that they gave us was all black, and I thought, I'm not printing that amount in black. That's going to use up all my black ink. So just know from tomorrow, I think it will actually start from midnight-ish tonight. Let me just check that for you. Let's see, does it say what time it starts? Usually when the sales start, they start at like midnight, but it's not actually telling me on the website. It's only telling me when it ends. Anyway, so 25th of November, Black Friday sales up to 40% off selected products. Let me give you a bit more information. Okay, so the sale is going from the 25th of November to the 1st of December, but it's only while supplies last of the selected products. Okay, so once they sell out, that's it. They're not going to be, yeah, they'll be gone until they're restocked, and they might not restock in time for the sale to end, before the sale ends. So there's going to be 40% off Stampin' Blends, paper trimmers and blades. So that's awesome. If you've been looking to upgrade your paper trimmer, now might be a good time. 40% off. That's amazing. And ink bundles as well. If you're looking to increase your stock of your color range of your ink pads, then ink bundles are going to be discounted by 40%. So that's amazing. That's nearly 50%. 40%. So that's amazing. That's really awesome. The ink bundles usually come in the bundle of 10. So you've got the subtles, neutrals, regals, and brights. That's it. That's the, yeah. And I'm assuming that the in color bundles will also be discounted because it doesn't specify, it doesn't say that they're not. So yeah, so definitely check that out tomorrow. Also, there's going to be 25% off select adhesives, which we all need adhesives, don't we, in our crafting? So that's really awesome. So check that out. Might be a good time for me to stock up on those too. And then also 15% off select card stock. So that will be awesome as well to stock up on your card stock. So the full selection of all the discounted products you'll find in the online store tomorrow, the 25th of November. So make sure you go there. As I mentioned, products are only available while supplies last. And if you order tomorrow, orders will likely get to you in time for Christmas. So if you're ordering for yourself for Christmas or for anybody else for Christmas, they've said on the website that your orders will likely arrive in time for Christmas. So there you go. So it's a good time to refresh your stash of products, especially those ink pads and the cardstocks and your adhesives, like all of those essential things, which is fantastic. So, and if you're a new stamper as well, it's a good opportunity for you to be able to increase your inventory a little bit as well. And perfect timing for Christmas. So there you go. So that's a bit of information about that. What else did I need to tell you about? Oh, actually from the, what day is it going to be? Early in, I don't have an actual date. Early in December, I'm not sure if it'll be I don't think it'll be the 1st of December, but I'm not quite sure. Maybe it'll be the 2nd or the 3rd of December. Stampin' Up is starting their new product of the month, which is very exciting. So every month there'll be a brand new exclusive product for those who meet the minimum qualifying order, which in Australia is 125 Australian dollars. So if you're placing an order and it's $125 or more, you'll qualify for the product of the month, and then you can choose to purchase the product of the month, which is only going to be $9. Sorry, I've got a hair in my eye somewhere. I can see it, but I can't catch it. I don't know where it is. I'll find it. Yeah, so that's exciting. And every month there's going to be a brand new product of the month. You can only redeem the product of the month once. So once you've redeemed, for instance, the one for December, you won't be able to redeem that again. But if you don't redeem one in December and then you have the qualifying sales in January, or the qualifying order in January, then you'll have the choice of either choosing the December one or the January one. So yeah, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? So there'll be more information coming about that next week when that's available. But yeah, that should be starting, they said early each month. They didn't give a specific date. Often they release their specials on the Monday or, the Tuesday or the Wednesday. So maybe it'll be next Tuesday. I doubt it will be the following week. I think it will be next week. But yes, but it probably won't correlate with the Black Friday sale, I don't think, but don't quote me on that because I could have that wrong. But they haven't specified that either. So yeah, so those product of the month products will only cost $9, and apparently they're going to be really great products. So I'm excited to see all about that, and I'll talk more about that next week when that does go live, so that we have a bit more information about that then too. So yeah, so that will be awesome. Hey Brenton, how are you? Lovely to have you here with us. So that's what's happening. What else have we got? Let's see. Oh, those of you who are Stampin' Up demonstrators will know that we have got the pre-order happening at the moment for, I've got a little sneaky peek here for you, the brand new January to April 2026 mini catalogue. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that pretty? Look at that card on the front. That will give you a little sneak peek of some upcoming products. So this catalogue, I can't show you the inside of it yet because it hasn't gone live. Can't show you the inside till it goes live in January. And what date in January does it go live? 6th of January, this one goes live. But as demonstrators, we can order from this catalogue already. I actually already got mine delivered on Friday, I think it was. And I unpacked it on the weekend and so excited to look at all my new products. I will share some of those in the next couple of weeks. But I knew that I wouldn't have time today with what we're creating today. So if you are a demonstrator, if you are new to Stampin' Up, if you're joining, you can put some of these brand new products in your starter kit if you would like to. Or you can put some of the products from the current mini catalogue and the current annual catalogue, which I didn't pull off my shelf. They're over there. But yeah, very exciting. If you would like one of these new catalogues, these new January to April 2026 mini catalogue, let me know. If you haven't ordered with me in the last 6 months, let me know if you would like one of these and I'll send one out to you if you don't already have a demonstrator that you're working with. If you already have your own demonstrator, please ask them. I'm sure that they would love to get you out a new catalogue. Yeah, so feel free to request one of those from me if you are here in Australia. All right, so those are the things. Oh, your pre-order arrived today, Brenton. How exciting. Yay. Oh, that's awesome. You'll have to let me know. Have you unpacked it yet? That's the question. Or is it still waiting for you to unpack it? I'd love to know what your favorite product was or suite that you ordered. I got, so in January, we'll also have a brand new online exclusive release as well. So I ordered some things from the online exclusive release as well as from that catalogue, that mini catalogue. So very exciting. And all of those are available right now to demonstrators or new people that are joining. So definitely get your hands on those if you don't want to wait until January. You can grab them now. Hey Dimity, how are you? How is everything up there today? Dimity is up near where they had the cyclones in the last couple of days, so it's been a bit scary. But I believe they fared fairly well. So how are things looking up there today, Dimity? Is all the bad weather past, or is it still hanging around a bit? Let me know. All right, well, I think we are going to get ready to craft. Now, the products I'm going to show you today are available in my online store. Let me just have a double check. I should have double checked last night that they're still available. Oh, lovely and sunny up there today. That's awesome. That's so good to hear, Dimity. I'm glad that all that bad weather has passed. All right, now let me have a look over here. Where are we going? Over here. And let me scroll down. Yes, it is. Good. Oh, lucky. Jane, I'm just having a look to see. Okay, yeah. All right, just having a look to see. All right. Oh, it's all past you now and it's heading towards WA. Okay. Hopefully it will downgrade. Let's pop that back up there. Hopefully it'll downgrade before it gets down there to WA. But yeah, thinking of everybody who has been affected by the cyclones over there. Oh, you have unpacked it. Fantastic. That's great, Brenton. Very exciting. Have you got a favorite? What's your favorite of the things that you got, the things that you ordered? Yeah, Julie's been thinking of you as well, Dimity. Yeah. All right. So let me tip the camera down. Keep chatting with me. Keep chatting with each other. Oh no, it's upgraded to a 4, category 4 now as it's heading to WA. Oh no. Oh, that's not good at all. I have found with watching all the cyclones up in Queensland over the last few years since my daughter has been up there, I've discovered that when it's over the water, it tends to upgrade, and then when it gets to the land, it starts to dissipate usually and downgrade a bit. So, but yeah, coming in at a category 4 wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. Oh dear. Well, thinking of people over there in WA at the moment and praying that they all stay safe. Hey Rose, how are you? Lovely to have you here. All right, well, I'm going to pop the camera down onto the desk. So keep chatting. Bear with me for a moment while I just get the camera ready. And here we go. I haven't told you what we're creating with yet today, but I'm going to surprise you. Here we go. Let's get my camera adjusted. There we go. Get that all lined up. Get some lights down onto the subject, and we'll do a flippity flip and a zoom. Is it going to let me zoom? Oop. Oh, it's not letting me zoom today. Come on, camera. There we go. It's a bit touchy some days. Just doesn't like to zoom. Oh, I've got to go in a bit more. Might need to just jiggle the camera a little bit. No, I've got to go the other way. Let's get that black. One of the locking nuts, the handle part where I lock it off, sometimes shows up in the video in the corner of the, sort of picks up, I don't know where it picks it up from, over here somewhere I think. Yeah, it kind of picks up a bit of the stand or something. So I've always got to make sure that it's in the right spot. All right, I think we're good now. Let's move that over. You know what? I think I'm going to put this over in the corner today because, although I won't know where the middle is then, will I? Oh, the cute as a bug sweet. Yes, Brenton. I know, I got that as well. Isn't it adorable? I can't wait to start playing with it. I haven't had a chance yet since I opened mine. I think I opened mine on, was it Friday night or Saturday? Oh, it might have been Saturday after my class. Yeah, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. All of you who are not Stampin' Up! Demonstrators and don't know what we're talking about, just wait till you see. Yeah, some of these new sweets are gorgeous, and the cute as a bug sweet is adorable. You're all going to want to have it. It's really, really cute. Now, before we jump into our project for today, I'll just remind you as well that I do have available 2 new November project tutorial bundles. Now, these ones are different tutorial bundles to the ones I've offered in the past because these are all stepped up projects. So we've got fun folds, we've got some 3D projects as well, and I've got 2 bundles because I've broken them up into 2 bundles. So this is all these, this 7 here is bundle 1 and this 7 here is bundle 2. Now, if you're one of my customers, you will get these for free when you spend over $50 in a single order. Okay, you'll get bundle 1 for free. If you spend over $100 or $100 or more, you'll get bundle 1 and bundle 2. Okay, or you can purchase them from me from anywhere around the world. So you can purchase bundle 1 for $14. You can purchase bundle 2 for an additional $14 or $28 for the whole lot. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you want some great stepped up projects, they all come with full step-by-step instructions, tutorial instructions for each project, and photographs as well, so you've got them as reference to put those together. This little box here is really cool. It's got like a little, I don't know even how you describe the top of it. It's sort of like a hexagon top, but they're all sort of at triangular angles. It's really, really cool. I want to try and make one of these ones. I haven't made this one. So this one is, these projects are collaborative projects that I make in a design team from demonstrators all around the world. And my project is this one here. It's a faux sidestep card, and all of these have been designed by demonstrators, and this is one that I have been invited to collaborate on. So this one isn't open just for anyone to sort of join. Yeah, so it's a bit special, and all the projects are absolutely beautiful. So yeah, so if you'd like to get your hands on those, make sure you flick me a message and I can send you the registration form. Actually, I've got the registration forms. I can pop them in the links. I mean, I'll pop them in the comments for the hang on, let me find them now. I'll pop them in the comments. Let me finish my sentence so that if anybody would like to request those, you can register for those. Here's the registration form here. There's the registration form. And then in the registration form, you can choose which ones you would like. Yep, that's the one there. Okay, I've just popped that in the comments for you. Oh, thanks, Julie. So the Black Friday sale, oh, I've lost that. The Black Friday sale starts online 11:59 p.m. Are you sure that's right? Normally it's at when the clock ticks over to midnight. Let me just double. Did you get that from the website, Julie? Maybe I missed. Did I not see that? Maybe I missed that. It ends at 11:59 on the 1st of December. 11:59. I'm pretty sure it starts at midnight on the 25th. As soon as the clock ticks over to the 25th, I think that's when it will start, and then it will end at 11:59 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time on the 1st of December. Yeah, usually they put a start time on there, but they haven't. Actually, you know where it might be. Let me have a look. No, not there. I want to go here, calendar 25th. Let's see, 25th. Oh yeah, it still doesn't say there. I'm sure it'll be midnight. It'll be midnight tonight, which is like, yeah, that's when it ticks over to the 21st. Yeah, so there you go. Awesome. Okay, let's jump in to our project for today. I'm very excited. So today we're going to be talking about scrapbooking workshop kits and scrapbooking in general, but more specifically the scrapbooking workshop kits. Now, if you are a card maker, the scrapbooking workshop kits you can use in your card making as well. So even if you are not a scrapbooker, don't tune out, because this can still be relevant for you as well. Okay, now the first thing I just wanted to share though was the albums and the page inserts and things like that for your scrapbooking. Okay, this is the new Stampin' Up album, and it is so big I can't even fit it all in the frame. So it's a D-ring style album, and you might remember I made this this layout a couple of years ago, I think it was, of Callie playing under the hose, and I'm not sure how a bit of reflection I think here with the lights, but yeah. So these are old page protectors that I was using. I've got another single layout there, and then this one here is one of the I've still got to add the photos to this one. Actually, I'd forgotten it was in here. This is one of the old scrapbooking workshop kits that I created a little while ago, and it's a really beautiful one, but this one's retired now. This one's no longer available, but I popped that one in here. It's really, really pretty. And we've got 3, so each of the scrapbooking workshop kits, they're kind of like the card kits, in that you get everything in in the kit that you need, but you do need adhesives. And sometimes they will have additional techniques like a bit of inking or something, so it'll recommend inking if you want to do those additional techniques, but you don't have to. But really love this one. So it gives you a bit of an idea of, you know, what the kits look like. Now the current, so these are some of the older, I've had these ones for years and years and years. These were from the old sets of page protectors, but these are the new ones that fit in these new albums. Okay, so you've got the 3 rings there. They're really strongly reinforced. The plastic is really strong, so that'll keep your pages really well protected once you've put them in. So I've put in a whole pack here, apart from the ones that I've got on some layouts that are still out on display from the class I had recently. So I just want to show you those. And today we're going to be creating with the Lovely Florals Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. Now this one is gorgeous. There are, in each of the Scrapbooking Workshop kits, there are 3 double page layouts. Okay, I'll move that up a little bit so you can see it a bit better. 3 double page layouts. You'll see a bit of a small snippet here. You'll see the first one larger and then the next 2 a bit smaller. It tells you on the front the materials that are needed. So any additional materials that are needed, like your adhesives. You will need a paper trimmer as well, one that can cut 12 inches, because you'll do your own cutting for all of the pieces for these kits. It shows you all of the photos that you need and the orientations that you need them in as well, whether or not they are portrait or if they're landscape. Okay, so it shows you that there. Then it gives you some getting started tips here. It gives you all of your cutting guides for all of your papers. It explains how that works up here. Okay, I'll go through that a bit more when we come to do that. So it shows you all of the pieces, has them all labeled for you so you know which one is going to go with which project or which layout. It'll make more sense in a moment when we're putting it together. Then it shows you what the layout looks like, what to prepare first, and then it shows you how to assemble everything and gives you all of the measurements so you know where to line everything up. These are fantastic instructions. Now, we're not creating the whole kit today because that will take too long. We are just going to do 2 of the pages. So this is the second one. We are going to create the third one today, and I've already cut all of the paper, the designer series paper and the cardstock ready. We're just going to do some of the technique, and then we're going to piece everything together so I can show you how they go together. Okay, these are great for busy crafters who don't want to think about designing their own projects, their own layouts. You just want something quick and easy to follow. They're beautiful, they're detailed, you've got the layers and things, you've got techniques built into a lot of them, a lot of the kits. They're all different. I was just having a look in the online store, and I think I counted 15 different kits, 15 different scrapbooking workshop kits. You'll find it under the memory keeping section in the menu in the online store. 4 of the kits are ones that are coming out that are going to be the new ones, but there's currently 11 that are available, and this is one of them. This is one of the new ones actually. So your kit, your scrapbooking workshop kit, is going to come in a big bag like this with all of your pieces in there. It's going to give you the name of the kit and all the colors that are used in there. Okay. Now, I've been playing around with this last night, so I've messed it all up. So I don't get to show you what it looked like when you first open it, but you do get some little photo placeholders. So if you don't have your photos ready, you can use these placeholders to just put in place of your photos for the time being until you organize your photos. So you don't need to have your photos ready to create your projects, which is fantastic. I love that. You can go back in and add your photos later. I'll show you how to use those because we're going to be using those today. Because I was trying to find the photos that I was looking for, and do you think I could find them? No. I've already cut everything ready for today, as you see here. According to the instructions in the step-by-step instructions, I've got every piece labeled. So you'll see on the back here, I've got them labeled. Number 3 represents the project. So this is the 3rd layout, or number 3 layout. So everything is going to be number 3, and then we've got A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to whatever. I don't know what number we got up to with this one. Numbering all of the pieces so we can put them together according to the instructions. So I've popped them in a little folder, and this is how I organize mine when I'm doing them. So in here, so I've got, actually I'll show you, I'll pull them out. So I've got 3 manila folders here that I've labeled with layout 1, layout 2, layout 3. So as I cut my pieces, I pop them into the folders so that I've got them all sorted into each of the individual double page layouts. And then from there, I can just take that folder and I've got all my pieces in there. The only other thing I need to get is my base sheets, which we'll grab out of here, and the decorative elements. So let me pull everything out of here and I'll show you what you get in the kit. You get so much, and this is what I mean that about card makers can use these kits as well, not just scrapbookers, because you get so much in these kits that you can use them for card making as well. All right, so this is a sticker sheet, and I might even need to zoom out a little bit because I feel like everything is not going to fit on the page because we're dealing with 12 by 12 today. So let me just zoom and see if I can zoom out a little bit, just so you can see. There, I think you can, we might go out just a little bit more. Whoops, not that far. There we go. I think that will be better. All right, so this is your sticker sheet. So you've got some beautiful florals on there. We've got some titles on there, which you can make into sentiments for cards. Then we've got some strips down here, some decorative strips with some different words and things. We've got some borders down here as well, some beautiful printed borders, all stickers on really thick cardstock. So they make, and some even little hearts there too. So they make beautiful, beautiful layouts or cards. Then we've got our, I'll turn that this way. We've got our decorative elements here, which these are all die cut. So you just pop these out. Now this one, of course, is very large. That would be very large for a card, but you could cut them out individually. So you could cut that one into a section of 3. You can cut that one out singly, and then you can cut those 2 out as well. So you can still use all of those for cards. Now, if you don't like the layouts that are in the instructions, you can change them up however you like. I'm sorry, now that I've zoomed in, you can see a bit of the arm of the stand here. Let me see if I can move my camera a bit so we can get rid of that. Yeah, you can certainly change these up however you like. Wait a sec, I'm just adjusting that camera. Yeah, you can change them up. It doesn't have to be exactly like the layout. You can do whatever you want to them. You can add extra bling. Most of these layouts in the scrapbooking workshop kits don't have bling, and they don't have ribbon, but you can add them. There are additional things that you can add. We've got another sheet as well. Really beautiful florals. Look at those. Aren't they gorgeous? So pretty. You might even want to use these to make a photo box frame as a gift for somebody or for yourself that you can hang up on the wall. Maybe a beautiful photo. You might not want to do the whole kit as, you know, specified as the kit is specified, but you might like to use it to make gifts for people or to make framed wall art for yourself. Like, there's so many different ways you can use these kits. Now on the backs of these ones, I'll just show you, all of the pieces are labelled. So if you are creating the scrapbooking workshop kit as per the instructions, you've got all these pieces that as you pop out, so you don't have to try and work out, oh, which one is that now and which one is that. As you pop them out, and I haven't popped these out yet for today's project, so we're going to do that together. As you pop them out, you'll know which project they go with because you've got it all listed there on the back for you. Isn't that awesome? It's just the sticker ones that you have to work out which ones. So we're going to take those out. We're going to keep the stickers out as well because we'll need those. We've got some sheets of white willow cardstock. We're going to be using 2 of those for our base sheets, and there is an additional one, so I'll leave those 2 out. There's an additional one for one of the other projects as well, which is there, but we'll leave that with all the cardstock because we're not going to use that. Now these are all the bits and pieces that I've been chopping up, okay? So this was the first, this was this sheet. So we've got 2 of these in the kit. It is a single-sided. Some of the papers in here are exclusive just to the scrapbooking workshop kit, and some of the designer series paper you'll notice is the same or similar to the designer series paper pack in that coordinates with this as well. Okay, so you'll notice a few differences. Now this one's got all these different panels, so all these different pieces that you can use. From this second sheet, so in this sheet we're using all of these pieces but for the other 2 layouts, layout 1 and layout 2. But for this one we're actually only using the little bits that I already cut off the edge, which were from that panel, and the rest of this is spare. So now I've got that all left over to use either for scrapbooking, my own projects, or for card making. So I love that. So you do have some leftovers, but not usually too much. Okay, we've got beautiful designer series paper in here, and you usually get a couple of sheets of each. This paper's gorgeous. We had 2 sheets of that, but I've cut into one of those for today's project. And we've got 2 of these. They are exclusive ones, so they're only single-sided. And then, so that's the designer series paper, and then you've got some 2-tone cardstock. So we've got lots of that. Some of this I've already cut up. So all 2-tone. Here's some early espresso. And we've got some Mossy Meadow as well. Okay, so you can see you've got the different tone. If you haven't used 2-tone cardstock before, 2-tone cardstock. Oh yes, that's okay, Julie. That was the end date. Yeah, that's okay. No worries. Yeah, so with the 2-tone cardstock, you're basically doubling your color range, because on one side it's got the true color, and then on the back side it's got a lighter shade of that color. So you can use them together in collaboration. They have a white core, so you can do things like tearing, sanding, all of that, that will show up the white core. So yeah, 2-tone cardstock is awesome. And it comes in 12 by 12 inch sheets. It comes in all of the colors in the color range, the Stampin' Up color range. So if you haven't had a look at any of the 2-tone cardstock, I can highly recommend it. And it also comes in assortment packs, so you can get them in assorted colors as well. So that's what you get in the kits. So I'll just show you now how we're going to put this together. As I said, you'll need some adhesive. So I've got all my pieces here ready to go. So let's pull them all out. All right, so what we do now that you've seen all of the pieces, let's just have a look. Okay, so first of all, I had a 12 by 12 sheet of this one, and it showed me here that I needed to cut this piece at 9 by 12 inches. So that's one thing about the scrapbooking workshop kits, is they are all going to be in inches. Majority of scrapbooking products, projects, instructions and things like that will always be in inches, because that's kind of how scrapbookers work, is in inches. And most scrapbooking pages are 12 by 12 inches. You can cut them down and make smaller, but scrapbooking paper usually comes in 12 by 12 inches, which is 30.5 centimeters by 30.5 centimeters. All right, so it tells you how to cut them all down. Now, if you see an asterisk next to the number, then that's going to indicate that it's the back of the paper, or the reverse side. Okay, so for this piece, we're using the front side. For the smaller piece, we're using the reverse side. And, oh, that's actually for the other, yeah, that's for the other page. That's for layout number 2. So I don't have that one out. Okay, and then we cut the second page in the same way. Where you see where the scissors are, that shows you where to make your first cut. That's to maximize your cardstock as best you can, okay, or your paper. All right, so, but check all of these getting started instructions first. It'll explain all of that. It explains the key about the scissors, about the asterisks. So all of that is in your instructions. So I won't go too deeply into that. I've kind of already explained it. So hopefully you'll pick up the gist. So I went ahead and did all the cutting just to make it a lot quicker. So now we can put everything together. All right, so I'm going to have my instructions over here to the side. And we're going to start with one of the white willow pieces for the base. Now, the only thing is this is going to be in my way, so I'm going to move this. If you're looking for these products, you can find them in my online store, which you can either go via my website, mandywitherby.stampinup.net, or you can go to my blog, mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and just click on the shop icon, on the shop button, and that'll take you through to my online store. All right, so let's start with this one. I think I'm gonna have to move that and move this up so you can see it. All right, so the first thing it's telling us is to adhere the photos to 3E, 3F, 3G, 3O, and 3P. So let's find our little card, our little pieces that are labeled with that. So that's our 3O, 3P, 3G, 3E, 3F. So E, F, G, O, and P. So these are our photo mats. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I was trying to find the photos that I wanted to put on this layout, and I couldn't find them in a hurry. So we are going to use these photo placeholders. So these are just to, instead of your photos, just while you're constructing your page, so that you can see how everything's going to look and everything. So I'm going to show you how I use those. And just to remind you, over the front here on the front cover, it shows you, so for project 3, it says we need 1 3x4 landscape card, 3 3x4 portrait. So portrait is your standard that way, landscape is that way, and 1 4x6 portrait. Okay, so we're going to have these 3, hang on, we can work it out from the photos which way. So we're going to have these, yep, they're all 3x4s. All right, so they're all portrait. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're going that way, and then this one is going to go landscape, and this big one is going to go portrait. All right, so we need a 4x6 for that one, and we need some 3x4s. So this one's going to go that way, and these ones are all going to go up this way. 2, 3. You can also use these as templates to cut your photos down. So if you've got to cut your photos down to a smaller size, like the 3x4s, you can use this as a little template. What I actually did, I went one step further to that, and I've actually made myself my own little templates in here, which I keep. So this is my little 3x4 template that I cut out. It's not super accurate, but it's near enough to, so that when I find my photos, I can lay that over the top of my photo and work out, okay, is that going to be in the right spot? Where do I need to line that up? And then I take my photo marking pencil and I just put a little mark where I know I'm going to cut my photos. So you can also make up your own little templates like that. Okay, so that's another little tip for you. So what I'm going to do with these, because I want to make sure that I don't tear this cardstock when I remove these, and want to go and put my photos on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a little bit of Stampin' Seal just to the middle of that, just a little bit, and then I'm going to dab off. You can either dab it off on your skin, especially if your skin is dry like mine, or you can dab it off on your clothing just to take away some of that sticky, so it's not super sticky. And then you can just pop that down on your photo mat just to, so you've got something there, so you can see what it's going to look like when you get your photo there. You can see sort of what the border is going to look like. Okay, so I'm just going to do that on these ones as well. De-stickify them a little bit. Don't want them too sticky because we don't want them to tear that two-tone cardstock when we remove them and add our photos in place of them. Okay, so these are they're just tacked, basically just tacked down for the moment, just for the purpose of me demonstrating the layout until I find my photos. So when I find my photos and put my photos on there, I'll try to remember to come back and show you, or at least post the photos anyway of the layouts. All right, so I've got those 3 done. Let's do this one. This is a bigger one, so I'm going to do two little blobs of, oh, come on, there we go, 2 little blobs there. Oh, that's a good question, Amber. Do the instructions indicate whether to use the light or the dark side of the two-tone cardstock? They do actually in the cutting guide, and that was a good thing to point out, because to make sure that you are using the correct side. So let's see. So we're using Pretty Peacock, and we've got our photo mats here. So when you're doing, you know how I said with the designer series paper, if you see the asterisk, that indicates using the opposite side. So it's the same with the two-tone cardstock. So it'll show you here the dark and the light side. Usually it'll be the dark side is the front and the light side is the back, unless it's indicated differently on your instructions. But for ours today, they are all on the dark side. There's just this strip that's on the light side, but that's not one of the photo mats. So these photo mats are all, yeah, they're all on the dark side. Good question, Amber. Thank you for that, so that I could clarify that. All right, so let's de-stickify our, I'm wearing linen today, so it's not super fluffy, so it doesn't it's not very linty. Oh, look, I've got a jacket over here. That's better. I've got a jacket over on my other chair, and that is very linty, so get a bit of lint off that to put on the back so it's not too sticky. That one. And then we've got this one, which is going to go sideways. So this is actually going to go sideways. You can flip it up the other way if you want to. Let's do that for this one so that we remember. There we go. Can you see the lint I've just put on there? Just so it's not too sticky. Yeah, so these photo mats, you can turn up the other way too if you want to. I just like to leave them up the right way so I know at a glance what size photo I need to put there. All right, so we've got those prepared. Normally, if you've got your photos already done, you'd put your photos on there straight away, okay? But I don't have my photos ready, so. But this is also a good demonstration to show you that you can create these layouts even if you don't have your photos ready. Now, I'm going to put this one aside because we're going to do some other preparation bits first. So we're going to tear 1/2 inch from the top of our 3B, 3C, 3I, 3J, 3K and 3L. And if you want the white edge, it's saying tear towards yourself, which is what I always tell you when I'm doing tearing techniques. So let's find all of those pieces. So we want 3B. Let's see, 3B, that is that one. And we want 3C. It's probably most of these actually. That's 3I, 3C. That one. 3I, that's the one I just had. Which one did I just have now? That one. So that's going to be for the other page, so I might just pop that over to that. Actually, let's do them around the right way, that way and that way. 3I, and then we've got 3J, 3J, 3K. Sometimes on some of these dark ones, it's hard to see the numbers because I've written them just in pencil. That's that one, 3K. And for 3K, it's got an asterisk. So the asterisk is going to be the side that we're using, which is the light side. And 3L. 3L is going to be that side. All right, so these extra little pieces, these are all going to be border pieces, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yep, I've got that on the wrong side. They're going to be used on that side. Yep, yep, and yep, one on each page. Actually, let's just separate them now. And, oh, I should check if they're the same length. They might not be the same size. Oh, yeah, no, those two are. So we've got 3H and 3A. Okay, 3A is going on this page. Shows me here in the instructions 3A is on this page. So that's that one. And this should be 3H. 3H is on that page. Yep. And then we've got 3N, which is going to be on that page. And 3D should be this page. Yep. Okay, good. All right. So we'll start with the left page. We'll pop these over to the side. That's for the right page. And we're going to do our tearing. So those two aren't being torn, but these two are. Okay, so this one's being torn across that way. Okay, so we're going to tear about 1/2 inch from the top of our paper, which is the 3B. So 1/2 inch. Now I've got my T ruler today because that's the one I use for scrapbooking. So 1/2 inch is about there. So it's about that much. All right, so I'm going to turn it this way on the long side. And I'm just going to do little increments at a time. Now, usually when I do tearing with cardstock, I will have my hand behind it as I tear it down to sort of support the paper, but it's a bit difficult to do that when you're working on larger pieces. So just do little tears so that you can sort of control it. And if you do find you get any really large white pieces, you can always come back in and take a bit more out if you want to. There we go. Oh, did I have it upside down? Yeah, I probably did originally too. And these pieces that you tear off, save those because you can turn them over and use them on a card, or you can use them on another scrapbooking layout. So they never go to waste. So make sure that you don't throw those pieces out. Okay, so yep, so that goes up that way. Then we're going to tear, this is our 3C piece, and that one's being torn as well. Again, about 1/2 inch or thereabouts from the top. And this one I can follow down with my other hand to support the cardstock as we go. And I am tearing it on the dark side, so I'm tearing it towards myself with the dark side up. Now when you tear, you can control it, and you can actually make bigger tears or smaller tears. You can sort of make it go a little bit more wonky, or you can have it go a bit more straight, depending on, you know, the look that you're going for. So basically that's going to go behind that, like that. Okay, and again we can save this piece and use it on another project. Okay, so we've got those ones. Then we've got that piece, and then we'll have our stickers. Good, all right. So those ones are prepared. So I'll put those over to the side. We'll bring the other ones in, and we'll do our preparation pieces for this one. This one's upside down. It goes up that way. If you're unsure which way the paper goes, have a look and see what's on the other side. This one's got a leafy pattern, and the leafy pattern is all up the one way. So I know that that's the way the paper goes. And if you just have a look at the florals and just turn it to see, like you can actually tell the flowers do look upside down if they are that way. So we're going to have it that way. Just double check in your image. Now for this one, the tear is along the bottom actually of the paper, okay, rather than the top. So make sure you have a close look, because it says here tear 1/2 inch from the top of the each of those papers. But if you look, that layout has the torn bit at the top. This one actually has it at the bottom. And if you want your flowers to go up the right way, I will be tearing from the bottom for this one. I'm going to take off about 1/2 inch or thereabouts. Now you will find, because it's designer series paper and it's lighter weight, you are going to get more of a tear, but you can go back in and, as I said, take a bit of that extra white off if you don't like too much of the white showing. Right, so I might go back in here and take a little bit of that. You don't want to take all of the white away. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one like that. Again, save this piece. All right, so that's going to be at the bottom. And then we are tearing these 3 pieces, I'm pretty sure. 3J. Yep, that one's being torn. I'll just check to see where I've got the 3J written, and I'll tear it on the other side. So tear, tear, tear. Does anybody else love tearing techniques? Or maybe you don't love the tearing technique. Let me know in the comments what you think about, or maybe you haven't tried it. Have you not tried it before? Let me know in the comments what you think about the tearing technique. It's an old one. It's been around for a long, long time. Okay, so that's going to be the next one. It's going to go like that. Now, of course, if you have a real issue with the tearing technique for this project, as I said, you can change it up. So you don't have to tear it. You can just trim it down and just trim 1/2 inch off each of these pieces and just have it straight if you want to. So if you really, really don't like doing the tearing technique, because I know a couple of ladies that don't, that's totally fine. You can change it up. Okay, so that's the next piece. And then this one is being torn on the light side. So this is 3K. So we're tearing on the light side for this one. Often if I'm doing tearing techniques, I'll add a bit of extra ink along the edge just to give it a bit more sort of ink distressing. But we're not doing that with this scrapbooking layout. We're just leaving it with the white edge. But of course, if you had the coordinating inks and you wanted to add ink, you certainly could. There we go. All right. Okay, so then that's going to go like that. And then that, you're going to have a large piece of that, and then a small piece of that, and then a small piece of that. So it's going to layer like that onto the white card. So we'll fix it up when we'll line it up properly when it's going to go down. And then this bit is going to go underneath that as an accent sort of in the middle. And this is going up with the photos. Okay. You don't mind it at all, Brenton? Fantastic. You used to it years ago when you first started scrapbooking. Yeah. We did a lot of tearing back in the day. Hey, I think it was one of the first sort of techniques that I really used way back when I first started card making and scrapbooking. All right, so we are going to start with our white willow cardstock for the page base. Then we're going to add our 3A piece. Now it shows you here on this diagram here exactly where to line up from the edges all of your pieces. This is where one of these T-rulers really helps. Stampin' Up doesn't actually sell these. I found this online somewhere. They're only very cheap, it was a couple of dollars. Or you might find one in your local stationery store or art supply store, Spotlight, something like that. This one was a cheaper one. Some of the ones I saw in some of those stores were very expensive, and I thought, I'm not paying that for something that, you know, I don't know how long it was going to last for, but this one's pretty good. So, all right, and there's also notes. Make sure you read ahead and read the notes as well. So it's saying adhere 3A and prepare 3B, and the prepared 3B to the page base. Note, don't use adhesive along the top of the 3B piece because another piece will be placed behind it. Okay, so I think it's talking about this one here. So let's have a look. This is 3A, is this one. Okay, so that's our 3A. And then we've got the 3B, which I think is our big piece. This one, yes, which I've torn the top off. All right, so then this one's going to go on, and this one's going right to the edge at the bottom. And then that's going like that. But it's saying not to put adhesive along the very top here because we're going to be popping these leaves down in there. Oh, hang on. 3A, adhere 3A and prepared 3B. Sorry, that won't be 3B. This will be 3B. Oh no, that says 3C. 3B. Oh, I know why. Because that's going to slot down into that. And then that's going to slot down, yes, if I read ahead. Adhere prepared 3C, placing it slightly behind 3B. Don't use adhesive along the top of 3C another piece will be placed behind it. Yep, okay, so that makes sense now. Okay, so let's put these down. I'm going to adhere this one first as it says, and this one it said we can use the adhesive all over it. So if you prefer tear and tape or liquid adhesive, you can. I don't like to use a lot of liquid adhesive on my scrapbooking layouts because I find sometimes it can buckle the cardstock if you're using larger pieces. But yeah, whatever you're comfortable using. So this one is being adhered 1 inch in from the left side and 3/4 of an inch down. So let's work that out first. Hang on a minute. 3/4 of an inch down is about there. And then 1 inch. Sometimes I like to use a pencil and put a bit of a mark. Or you know what? Sometimes you can just guess. You can just guess if you want to. I might even pull out my little ruler. Where's my little one? Here we go. I've got inches over here too. All right, so I'm going to line that up with the edge of my paper. And then my T-ruler is great because it sits right along the edge of the top of the cardstock there. And then you know that you've got the straight edge. So 3/4 of an inch down, 1 inch in. So that's going to be about there. Okay. Oh, now my ruler's in the way, isn't it? Of course it is. Hang on, I'll do it this way. So 1 inch in. Actually, I can move this down so I can see where 1 inch in is, and go 3/4. Let's go 3/4 down, 1 inch across, and about there. Okay, so about there, and then we're just going to line that up. I'm just using my eye to line that up along the top, and hopefully I've got that reasonably straight. Can always come across with my ruler and double check. 3/4. Just down a little bit on that side. 3/4. There we go. See, this T-ruler is awesome. Okay, so 3/4, 3/4. That's where we're going, and it's said to go in 1 inch from the side there, but it's not 1 inch from the other side, is it though? 3 inches from the other side. Is that supposed to be centered or not? Let me see. Is that centered or not? I feel like it should be centered. How long was that piece? Wait, did I pick up the right piece? Or are they both the same? Oh no, they're both the same. So how long is that piece? I'm just going to double check that I've cut that right. That's 10 inches. Just going to double check that I've cut that the right size. Just to be sure, Oh yeah, 3 by 10. Okay, so it must be offset. It mustn't be right in the middle. It's hard to tell because it's got this layout's got like a white base, and so it's on white paper, so you can't actually see. I mean, you could always reposition it and put it right in the middle if you want to, but it's saying to me to put it 1 inch in, and if it's 10 inches, it should be 10, 11, 12. Oh, you know what? I didn't go 1 inch in. What was I looking at on here? Ah, okay, I didn't put it 1 inch in, that's why. And now, guess what? It's stuck. Am I going to be able to move it? This is the question. I thought it didn't look right. And I'm like, wait a minute, what have I done? I was so concentrating on the 3/4 of an inch from the top. Wasn't looking properly at my 1 inch mark on my little ruler. And thankfully, I hadn't pressed that down really hard. See, we all make boo-boos. There we go. Okay, let's try that again. So we do want it centered. Thought I was on the right track. But then I thought maybe not, because maybe like sometimes they do say to offset things. And I thought maybe it's one of those ones that's just going to be offset. But then I thought, not sure. All right, let's see now. That looks a little bit better. Still could go over a little bit more, I think. 1 inch. 1 inch. That's better. Okay. And we've got 3/4 of an inch. And we've got 3/4 of an inch. Yay. All right. That's where we're sticking it. Good, good, good. Hey, Megan, how are you? Great to have you with us. Oh, yes, I think I was only 3/4 of an inch on from the left side too, Amber. I think I had 3/4 of an inch in my head. That's probably why. Megan is scrapbooking her Sydney trip. Yay! And prepping your album for your trip to Sydney for the closing night. Oh, you're coming back down for the Back to the Future closing night. Oh, awesome. And then you're going to Germany in March for the German opening. Oh, wow. That's exciting. Wow. All right, so I'm just using my little adhesive eraser just to take off that little bit of adhesive there. All right. Good, good, good. We are on the right track now. Okay, so next we are adhering our 3A piece, and this is going right to the bottom, but we're not putting adhesive here because we're going to tuck this piece down. Okay, so let's see how far down. All right, so I'll put the adhesive about there. I'll go across about there. There we go. And that's why sometimes it's a good idea to put your adhesive in smaller strips rather than doing one big long strip, because if you have to lift something and you've got one big long strip, it can be really hard to lift it back up. And you know, as you saw, we all make mistakes. But again, you can always change it up, make it your own. And any little boo-boos can just be, you know, your own interpretation of the layout. I haven't got that quite down in that bottom corner. Oh, and hopefully London after the closing. Far out. Wow, that's so exciting, Megan. You must have really loved it when you came to Sydney for it. That's awesome. All right. Okay, so we haven't got that adhered all the way to the top. No boo-boos, just happy little accidents. That's right. And what's the other one they say? Creative opportunities, I think. Yeah, is the other one. All right, so then we're going to slip that one in there. And again, we don't want to put adhesive along the top because we're going to be putting our little flower, our little leaves in there. There we go. The leaves, I'm going to put some down there because the leaves are just being tucked in. I want to just hold that down there. Right, so this piece, getting all sticky now. This piece is just being slipped down behind here. It doesn't say how low down I have to go, so I can just choose how much I want to be showing there. I reckon that looks about good there. So let's go with that. I'll just tack that down for a minute till I make sure I've got that lined up. Yep, okay. And then we'll adhere that. Then if you want to, you can go back in and add some more adhesive behind there. So I might do that. Just add a bit of adhesive in behind there. Now I've got that piece there. Nothing else is being tucked in behind there. I want that to be secure. There we go. Okay, next. So we've got our A, our B, A, B, C, and then add here 3D. So 3D is our florally piece, this one here, and there's no notes with that, so we can just adhere that all the way down. And this piece is going, it's going 7/8 of an inch in, and then 3 inches up from the bottom. So I'll put some adhesive on this one. I might just do, I'll be brave and do a long strip. If this one's not quite right, I'm not too worried. 3D, okay, so we're going to go 3 inches from the bottom. So let's get our measurement, 3 inches, so it's going about there. I might put a pencil mark for this one, I think. 3 inches, we can rub that back out, so it's about there. And then 7/8 of an inch in from the end, from the left side. I need my glasses. This kit, it is really pretty, isn't it, Megan? This one is the Pretty Florals, I think it's called. Lovely Florals. Lovely Florals Scrapbooking Workshop Kit. If you're looking for it, the code is 166796. 166796. Pretty Lovely Florals. Okay, 7/8 of an inch. Now, when I come to 1/8 of an inch, this is where I have to count my little strokes because I get a bit mixed up sometimes. So I think it's these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's one long eyelash before the one. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So it's just there. So that's where we want it. So I'll put a little pencil mark there. So it's going to go there. Now, which way up? I'm not sure if it matters with this one because the design is sort of going every which way. I think I'll do it that way. So it's going there and there. I'm just going to cover up those pieces there. We're going across there. Let's do a little measurement here and see if we've got it at 3 inches on this. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Wow. I got that pretty straight. First go. Okay, awesome. Oh, you saw it, but you weren't going to get it, and now you think you might have to. Yes, I can highly recommend it. So this is layout 3 of the three layouts, obviously. Yes, I decided to do this one because I liked all the tearing and everything. I wanted to demonstrate all of that. All right, so then we're going to add our little photo placeholders and our little photo mats. So we've got 3G, 3F, and 3E. So our little photo mats, they've got our little placeholders on them for the moment. Now, a trick with doing this, and then when you go to do all your embellishments as well, if you don't already have your photos on here, anything that's going to be overlapping or anywhere where there's going to be overlapping embellishments, don't put adhesive where it's going to be overlapping the photo if you don't already have the photos ready to go, okay? Because you're going to need to remove these photo placeholders and add your photo there, and you're going to need to slip it behind anything that's overlapping. So I'll show you what I mean. All right, so we're going to adhere 3E, 3F, 3G. Okay, 3G overlaps, 3E and 3F are straight. Okay, so I'm going to adhere the bases, and these two can be adhered flat. Okay, so they can be properly adhered. So I'm going to give them a fair bit of adhesive. Make sure they stay put. Oop. Got sticky on me again. You usually pull apart the kits in freestyle? Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the video, Megan, that people can use the kits however they like, whether or not they follow the instructions or do their own thing, or even use them for card making as well. Okay, so 3E is going 4 1/8 of an inch down and 1 inch in. So measuring from the top, 4 1/8 of an inch. 4 1/8 I think is there. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 4 1/8 is there. Down from the top and 1 inch in. 1 inch in is there. Okay, so the top corner of this one is going over here. Let me just see how that is going to sit with these two just before I adhere that down. And then this one's just going 1/8 of an inch over. So that's about there-ish. And then this one is going to go overlap that one slightly. Yep, so we're going to see more of this paper on this side and not so much over here. I might just move them over a little bit more. I think I want to move them over a little bit more. Just move them over a little bit. There we go, because we've got room. Let's just move that over so we've just got a little bit of that paper showing at the edge there. And down about there. Okay. 1/8 of an inch over. I need to go over just a little bit more. Oh, just nearly removed my photo placeholder then too. About there. There we go. And sometimes too, if you don't have, oh, I didn't stick that very straight. If you don't have the right size photos too, like you could change these up. You could have that as a 6x4 instead of having 2 3x4s. You might have, yeah, a larger photo. So you might make that one single photo mat rather than the 2 separate ones and have a larger photo there. You can certainly do that too. Now this one is going to overlap, so I want to make sure that I don't put any adhesive down here where it's going to overlap this photo, because I don't have the photo on here yet. If I had the photos on here, it wouldn't make a difference, it wouldn't matter. But because I don't have the photos on here yet, I need to be able to remove this and then slide my photo in under there. Then you can always add a little bit of extra adhesive under there later if you want to. But for now, I don't want to put any adhesive on that side. So I'm just going to put my adhesive halfway across this one. Just down in that corner. And then up this side. I've got to make sure I'm doing it on the correct side. And then across the top. And then it can go just a little bit down there too. Okay, so I've just got the adhesive round there. I haven't put any here where it's going to overlap this one, just for the time being until I get my photos on there. Okay, and then that's going to be, it does give you the measurements. So if you want to be really accurate with the measurements, you can follow that, but I'm just going to wing it and just stick it. Let me just see, it's up a little bit from there. Yeah, I'll go about there. Yeah, it does give you measurements here if you want to get your corner right exactly where they show it, and the top here exactly where they show it, but I'm just kind of winging it a little bit. That's fine. Okay, so you've got two straight, one at a bit of an angle, and now we're going to add the embellishing pieces for this one. So we need our sticker sheets and our cutouts. So we might do our die cuts first. We'll punch all of those out. So we just look for the ones that say Project 3. So very carefully just pop those out. Okay. So the great thing about getting these scrapbooking workshop kits is you know that everything is going to coordinate. Even if you do just freestyle, like Megan says she does, you've got everything that coordinates there. So you can change it up, do what you like with it, but you'll know that you'll have everything that just coordinates beautifully. And then if you want to add any ribbon or bling, like you can also do that too. But I love the quick, easy layouts of the scrapbooking workshop kits, because then I don't have to really think about it. Because for me to design, I don't have a lot of spare time, so for me to design my own pages, I know how long that takes me. And so I don't have that time these days to do that. So that's why I love the scrapbooking workshop kits, because it just makes it easier for me, and then I can get my photos in albums on beautiful layouts without all of the fuss of trying to design something myself. Some little love hearts here too. So a little heart. Well, this was the sentiment. I think this is the last one. Yep, on this sheet is our title. When I was going through the photos today, looking for the right photos for this layout, which I couldn't find in a hurry, I actually found some old photos of my babies that I don't even remember. I think they must have come from my mum. I think they were ones that must have been in my mum's stash, that maybe she took the photos. And I was going through all the photos and I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't even remember this photo. So I was so happy to find it. And well, there's a few of them actually. So I'll go back through those. Or this little love heart doesn't have a number on it, so I don't know which project that's from. Maybe it's just an extra one. Maybe they just decided to give us an extra one. There's that one. Wait, there was another one I saw. Oh, here in the corner. This little printed one. This is pretty. You love designing pages, Megan? Oh, that's awesome. I love designing pages too. I just don't have the time for it these days. And I'm trying to get my children's baby albums finished. I don't even have the first couple of years of each of their albums finished, so I'm still trying to get them done. At least get those finished. I haven't finished my wedding album. I've got to get that one finished. I want to finish my mum's album that I was working on with her before she passed away. I want to get that one finished. There were so many albums that are not finished, and it drives me crazy. So I just want to get them finished, but I've got to find the time to do that. I'm always so busy working, and yeah, need some me time for my own craft. I try sometimes on Sundays. Sundays is my only day off, but usually we're busy with other things on Sundays, or I'm so exhausted that I'm napping in the afternoon. But some Sundays I do try and actually sit down and do some crafting just for myself. either scrapbooking or card making. But it doesn't always happen every week. Well, actually it doesn't happen very often at all. But that kind of is the plan. Just doesn't always work out that way. All right, so we've got all of our punch out bits all ready to go. Now let's see what we need. So we need those big leaves on this one. That's these ones. They're going to go in there. And then we've got one of the flowers. It's not that one. I think it's this one that goes down the bottom with the gather moments. Yep, and then we've got a little heart down there as well. And we've got the printed heart, which I've got in my hand. That one's on there as well. So when you look at the layouts in the, on the website, you don't realize how many little pieces there are on these layouts. But there's actually a whole stack of different pieces. Is that one that goes behind that one? I'm just checking that I've got all of these other pieces that are right. And then is there a heart somewhere? Yep, there's a heart for that one. We've got some stickers on the second sheet, and I've got an extra set of leaves. So I'm just wondering, do I put some leaves behind? Oh yep, I've got a set of 3 leaves. So that's 2, that's 3. Oh, we've got 2 sets of the 3 leaves. Okay. Right, so these ones are for the second page. This one is for the first page. Oh, you do it when you're watching sport. That's a good idea. All right, so then embellish with the pre-cut pieces and stickers as shown. Okay, so we can just start putting together all of these pieces. So I've got them all punched out. So we'll just add some adhesive. Now I'm just thinking, I'm wondering if I might just glue the bottom and maybe put some dimensionals up behind the back, or will I just do it all flat? I might do that one flat actually, and I might pop this one up. I think that's what I'll do. And you know what, for this one, because it's a decorative element, I'm just going to use my liquid glue. And then that way I can move it around as well. So just swirly, swirly, swirl some glue on there. It's going down here, just tucked below there. Move that over a little bit. And yeah, about there. That looks pretty good. Stick. That's as easy as that is. And then for this one, well actually, you know what, we might put that flat and then we'll pop this up, I think. We'll pop the title on there. Get some dimensionals for that. Where's my take your pick tool? There it is. I've got to remember to put the leaves in too. So I'll just prepare this one, get this one ready. Add an extra one for good measure. All right, so we've got that one ready to go. Now this one has got these leaves behind it as well. So I might adhere them first, and we've got the little heart there, and we've got that heart there. Let's see, we'll just get this all lined up. Something like that. Something like that, and then that's going to go down there. Now this is going to overlap, so we don't want to put adhesive where it's going to overlap. I'm just going to put a bit of adhesive here on the stem. You can do the embellishment as you layer. Can you do the embellishment as you layer the paper? What do you mean, before you... Oh, this part up the top. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. I think they just do it this way so that you get the basis of your layout done first. Hang on, I've just got to look at how I'm doing this. You get the foundation of your layout first, and then you can go back in and do your embellishing afterwards. I think that's kind of the gist, but you certainly could, yes. There we go. All right, now this is going to go here. We've got to make sure our leaves are within the page. So we can do adhesive on all of this down the bottom and just not do adhesive at the top. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Oops. I'll just put the adhesive. Now when you turn it over, just make sure you know where you're putting adhesive and where you're not. So putting it down there and down there. Go down here. Come on, glue. This one, I was just thinking this one can't be running out already because I only not long opened this one. All right, so we're going to pop this down here like so. Just having a look to see. I'm going to make sure that our leaves don't go off the edge of the page. And yeah, that's kind of the angle we want. Something like that. Okay, so these ones are all stuck down here. This is all stuck, but this is loose still so that we can stick our photo down there. But of course, as I said, if you've got your photos already there, ready to go, you can put adhesive on all of that. So once I get my photo in there, then I'm going to come in with a little bit of extra glue and just secure that down, but I won't do that until I've got the photos on there. Okay, so then we've got a little heart here. I'm going to put the adhesive on the back of that one. Come on, glue. There we go. That's just going to go over here like that. Actually, we could have popped that up on dimensionals. Maybe I should have done that. This one's going up on dimensionals, and then we've got this one which is going to be flat as well. And again, the top of that is just going to overlap the photo, so I'm just going to put adhesive at the bottom. That's going to go about there-ish. And then this is going to go, this one I've popped up on dimensionals. So I've got the dimensionals on the back of that already to pop that one up. So hopefully this gives you kind of the gist of how these scrapbooking workshop kits go together. Now again, making sure I don't have adhesive where it's going to overlap the photo. Okay, so I've got mine quite close to the top there, so I want to make sure that doesn't go over the top. And we're coming over here, we want to overlap the heart as well. And pop that down in there, just checking where that adhesive is. Okay, that adhesive's a bit close. I'm going to just take that one off and move that one down. Oops. Just pop that one down a bit lower. And this bit that I've left on there is not sticky, so, oh, actually, I'll just roll that off. It's a little bit sticky. There we go. And then now we can just make sure that we pop that so that we don't get that on the photo. Is that right? That's about right there. Yep, so that's not stuck. That's not stuck to there. Okay. Oops, got some sticky on there. There we go. I should have popped this heart up on dimensionals, but I think it's already stuck now. So I'll just leave that as it is. But that's all good. There we go. So that's the first page done of the layouts. Oh no, actually, hang on. No, we're not finished. We've got to do the stickers. So this one here. So this is a sticker, so I'm going to just stick that directly down, and that's going to go up here, centered on the leaves. So I'll put that about there. Out there like that. And I think that's the only sticker on that side. Yep, I think that's all the elements. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. So you don't realize that there's so many pieces really to them, do you? But then we've still got all of that free, so we can still pop our photos down there. Top of the heart's free, we can pop that in there. So there you go. So the second one, we've got everything already prepared. So this one should be quicker to put together. I'll just put all of our little decorative elements. So we'll turn over, and we've got our white willow card base again. And this time, we're having the DSP come in from the top. Is this the one? This is 3H. So we are adhering 3H first. So we're basically constructing almost the same layout, but from the opposite way, from the opposite end. Instead of top to bottom, we're going bottom to top. So this one's going down at the bottom, and it's going to be similar to the other one, 1 inch, 3/4 up by 1 inch. Let's go this way. Might put a pencil mark this time. So 3/4, which is, that's half, that's 3/4, 3/4, and then 1 inch in. So it's coming over here. When I do this with the pencil marks, you can either rub the pencil marks out, or you can just put your cardstock just over the edge of it so you can't see it, or your pattern paper. That's what I usually tend to do. Okay, so that one's going about there. If you want to be really fussy, I usually always measure everything closely, except on the first one, of course, I mucked up, didn't I? But all good. Right, that one, I'll rub that little pencil mark out that's over there, but the one I had on the corner I've just covered up. There we go. Oh, you lose so many pieces, so you punch them out and put them straight into Ziploc bags. That's a good idea. You love the stickers in the kits? Yeah, they're really great, aren't they? You stockpile them. Awesome. Oh, and you can't tear the DSP. Oh, okay. I thought you must have been a tearer because you mentioned before that you it's one of the techniques that you started out with way back when. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I know, right? You're either a tearer or you're not. I have some ladies who come to my classes that just cannot do it. They can't bring themselves to do it. And I've had them in the past actually ask me to do it for them, or if they can actually just keep it straight. So of course you can. You can do whatever you like. Okay, so we've got three. Okay, we've got 3H and then 3I. Is this 3? This is 3I. Okay, and we've got to leave the top vacant of adhesive again so that we can pop that extra piece down. So we'll just do that there, like that. Go up the side. Whoop. All right, so this time this is going up the top end of the page, right up near the edge. In fact, it probably would have been easier for me to turn it around and construct it upside down, but that's okay. Got it? All right, so that one. Then we're going 3J, which is 3J, this one. This one is next, 3J. That's going to tuck down there. I hope I left enough room. Yep. Okay, 3J. And 3J is also going to have one tucked in. So we'll just go across here. Oh, it was, but you just can't do it. Okay. That's all right. Some people just don't like to tear their paper. I love distressing, so I love all distressing techniques. So tearing for me is just, yeah, I just love it because it's one of those techniques that just gives that extra the extra texture that I love. Oh, I think I did that one too close because I've got to stick that other one down underneath, don't I? Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay, so then we're going light. So we're just going to have a little bit of light edge. Line that up. Yep, and then we've got the dark one last. Is anything being tucked under this one? I don't even know which number this is now because this is 3L. 3L. Well, it doesn't look like anything's being tucked under 3L. But anyway, okay, I'll just do that. And we'll stick that under there. Oh, I think I have. Actually, oh no. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I'm just going to turn it around this way for a minute because it's easier for me to slide it down this way. But I feel like I put the adhesive too close to the top of this one, so I might need to lift that up a little bit to tuck this down. I feel like I just need a small edge. I could always tear a bit more off that one if I wanted to. Oh no, it's going. It's sliding down. I only wanted a small edge of that one. Whoop, there we go. Yeah, I reckon you could construct these pieces together first before putting them onto your layout if you wanted to do it that way too. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. Let's stick. Okay, and then turn that up the other way. Right, righty-ho. Now, is anything else being tucked under that? I don't think so. I think it was just that piece. Let's see in the picture. No, that's all good. All right, I'm going to add some extra adhesive under here. You know what? I'm going to slip some liquid glue under there because it'll be easier. Just to adhere that big piece there. Want to make sure that that isn't loose. I know we are going to stick things over the top of it, but still, I don't want any of these pieces to be loose. Just double checking. Pretty sure nothing else gets stuck under there. Now that I've got all the layers down, let's put a little bit of glue. Just want to hold that there. I think I'm going to open my new glue. That other one's been getting low for a little while, and I knew it was going to run out at some point, and I think it's at that point where it's just like, nah, I'm done. There we go. All right, all stuck. Okay, next. Oh, did I just over glue? I think I did. I think it oozed. think it oozed somewhere there. Okay. I just noticed I've got a little bit of overhang here on the edge. I'm going to come back in with my snips and, oh, actually I'll just do it now. Otherwise I might forget. I've just gone a little bit over the edge on that side, so I'm just going to trim that down. Really probably should use long bladed scissors for this, but I don't have them here right now. Do you know what? Once it's in the album, nobody's going to know anyway, because when there's another layout on the other side, nobody's actually going to see that. But all good. There we go. Okay. Next. Where are we up to? Adhere 3M and 3N. 3M and 3N. Okay, 3N is this piece. And 3M is actually one of the labels, I think, or one of the stickers. It's one of the stickers, is it? Let me see. 3M. Just having a look for this piece. It's this piece here. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you know what? I think it's going to be one of these pieces that I didn't cut. I think I've missed cutting that one. Well, let's go back and have a look. I think I might have missed that one on the paper. Oh, yeah, there it is there. It's that one. I missed that one. Okay, well, we're going to go back in and cut that. Actually, I think I've already got one here that's almost cut. I'll just double check that on the full page and make sure, because that's the one I've trimmed down. Just make sure that that's the right. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yes, how did I miss that? Okay, that's that one. Good, all right. Well, that's easy. Just need to make one cut here because I've already got it trimmed down. So I'll just trim that off there and we're done. That's that bit. Can't believe I missed that when I was cutting all the paper. Well, there you go. I can tick that one off now. 3M. Okie dokes. Let's go back to our destructions. All right, 3M is getting adhered down. This one here. Now, I haven't done the journaling yet. So here's hoping that I don't muck up my journaling when I go to do it. I might write it in pencil first, I think, and then do it in pen. Do you do that? Do you write your, or do you do your journaling on a journaling card first and then add it in? How do you do your journaling when you're doing your scrapbooking? Oh, yes, you like to use your tool to do it, Megan, when you're doing distressing. Yes. Distressing tools are great for that. Yep. All right, so we're going 1.5 inches in and 1.5 inches down. So 1.5 in, which is there. 1.5 down, which guess what? Is exactly where I marked it. Oh, fancy that. Got it right first go. Now you want to make sure that your little banner is at the top left hand corner for this one, and we are just going to pop that down there like that. Now just using my eyes to see if I got that straight, but I'm not quite sure, so I'm just going to take my measure. No, not quite straight, so I'll just pull that down a little bit. Oh, pull that down a little bit on that side. There we go. 1.5. Yep, that's about right there. Okay, beautiful. And then we're taking this strip, 3N, and 3N is going in 1 inch. Okay, now which way do we want the flower? Doesn't really matter because it's sort of cut on its side anyway. We're not going to see much of it actually, so most of that's going to be covered up. Let's see. Yeah, I think I want that side. We can cover up that side. All right, so let's take our adhesive. I'm just going to run a strip straight down the middle of this one, and that's going in 1 inch and 3 5/8 of an inch down. So depending on how fussy you want to be with it, 3 5/8 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, it's saying there, but according to the picture, it's showing that it's actually overlapping that one. So I don't know if that's right. What should I say? 3 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry. Didn't count the little lines right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Measure twice, right? There. And then 1 inch in. Okay. So we are going there, there, stick. There we go. Excuse me, let me have a sip of my water. All right. So that's 3N. Adhere prepared 3O and 3P. So it's showing me here 3O and 3P. They are our photo place. Our photos with our photo mats. Mine are photo place holders with photo mats because I haven't got my photos ready yet. Okay, let's put some adhesive down. So this one's going first and then this one's overlapping. So this one can have full adhesive all over. So we'll do full adhesive all the way around. And this one is going 1.5 inches in and 4 1/4 inches down. So let's go 4 1/4 first. Was it 1.5 inches in? Oh, so 1.5 inches in is in line with this one. So that's easy. And then 4 1/4 inches down. So 4 1/4 is there. And it's going, so it's going to go here like that. So I'm lining up with this edge and it's going 4 1/4 down. So there we go. So we just measure that I've got 1.5 inches in here. Tap that over just to straighten that up a bit. There we go. Okay, so that one is down. And then this one is overlapping slightly. So I'm not going to put adhesive on this edge because again, I don't have my photo on here yet. So let's do our adhesive across. Oh, actually, we're putting our photos down first. I might wait to put this, we're putting our flowers down first and this is going over the top of the flowers. So I might wait to adhere this one, sort of going up like that. And then we're going to put some things, we're going to put some things behind there. So we'll do all of this bit up here first. Okay. So we've got our, from our sticker sheet, we're taking this semicircle piece. Yes, you can use tape instead of runner, Megan. You can use whatever adhesive you prefer. I'm just using the Stampin' Seal because it's quicker and I'm filming a video. So it's just quicker for that purpose. But usually I do tend to use more double-sided tape. I use the tear and tape rather than when I'm doing scrapbooking layouts rather than the Stampin' Seal. It's totally up to you, whichever adhesive you're more comfortable with using. Measure twice, cut once. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it does apply to everything, Megan. Not it doesn't matter if he wasn't he probably wasn't referring to paper back then, but it's still the same case, isn't it? All right, so this flower is the one that's going at the top, and then these leaves are going behind it, sort of like that. So let's just put a little bit of adhesive on there, just to get those positioned first. There, like that. Oops, we don't want that stem poking out the bottom though. Oh, it doesn't matter actually, it's going behind the photos. So they're like that. Okay, and this is going to be adhered flat this time because it's going to have the photo mat over the top of it. Okay, and then, oh, I just stuck my finger in that glue, didn't I? Both fingers, both hands, good job. Oh, it's okay. It's all good. All right, and then this is going to overlap here. It's kind of going to go about here-ish. Yeah, about there looks good, I think. Oh, I might just bring it over a little bit. Don't want it overhanging the our journaling label too much because we want plenty of room to write our little blurb about our photos, because this is where we're going to do all of our journaling in here. There we go. Then this one can go down. This one can go down next, but I don't want to put any adhesive on that side, and everywhere else is okay. All right, so don't put it on that side. All right, let me just get rid of the glue. So top, bottom, and not that side. There we go. And then that's going up here like that. I'm not going to bother to measure that one exactly. I'm just going to see what I think looks like a good thing and then just stick it. Actually, we want to see a little bit of that paper actually though. Okay, so we'll stick that one down there. And then we've got our lovely big flowers that are going to go down the bottom. And we've got a heart and we've got some extra leaves here. So I think I'm going to pop those ones up on dimensionals, but I'm going to adhere these leaves first, just to get them positioned. All right, so let's pop this one about, which way do we want to go? Hang on, having a look to see which way it goes in the photo. Yeah, it's sort of like that, somewhere around there. Doesn't really matter. Somewhere about there. It's just to add a little bit of extra greenery. All right, and then we're going to put dimensionals on the backs of these ones. Let's move that out the way. Might need to open up some new dimensionals. This one's nearly empty. Now, we've got to be careful about where this is going to overlap the photos again. So I'm just going to put the dimensionals more sort of towards the middle. Just have a look and see. Okay, it can go down here. And over here, they can have, these leaves can have some dimensionals. Oh, I've run out. Okay, I'll just use some edge pieces. Let's cut some of these edge pieces up. Don't want to waste your dimensionals. I like to cut all those little pieces in between the bigger pieces because I use them for smaller sections when there's something little to adhere. Okay, so where else do we need? Let's see, let's put some behind the middle of there, and we'll just work out where this is going to sit. So I don't want any there. I'm just feeling where it's bouncy, and that's where I'm going to put some, because I want to make sure that it's secure enough that it's not going to sag, but we don't want to put too many where it might overlap other things and yeah, get stuck on things where it shouldn't. Now this one I'm a bit concerned about. I think I've got that one a little bit too close to the edge because I feel like it's going to overlap somewhere there. So I think I'll just use a half one and just put it not so close to the edge. There we go. I think that's pretty good. All right, let's take all of these off. Now remembering too, when you are adding dimension to your scrapbooking layouts, be mindful of what else is on the opposite page so that when your album closes, you don't have a lot of bulk all in the one spot, because otherwise your album will get very, very bulky, and you sort of don't want to damage your photos. So yeah, just be mindful of that when you are creating your layouts. All right, so we're going to put this down about here like that, just being sure that there's no adhesive there where it's overlapping the photos. That's all good. Could do with one more under there. Just might slip one under there. There we go. All right, and then we've got a little heart here. So we'll pop one under the heart. And we're going to tuck the heart just down in here. Again, making sure the little edge of the heart isn't on where the photo is going to be. All right, and then we've got our sentiments to add on there. And we're using full hearts and adventure. So I'll actually do the, whoops. I'm going to add the adventure on there first. Now it does have it overlapping the photo, but because I don't have the photo on there yet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to de-stickify that end of that sticker just so it doesn't stick to that photo mat. So just using my jacket again just to get a little bit of lint, also picked up a bit of hair. Just so that that doesn't stick to there, and then the rest can stick down. If you want to, you can actually pop that, you could de-stickify all of that, and you could actually put dimensionals on there if you wanted to, rather than the stickers. So I'll pop that down there, and then we'll get the other one. We'll do the same with that, just so that doesn't stick too tight, and this one's just going over this way a little bit. Full Hearts Adventure. And then the only other thing we've got to do that is obviously add our photos and do our journaling, and then I think that is all of our pieces all done. Just double checking. Yep, I think I've got all of the pieces done. So let's have a look at both of those layouts together now, and we are done. So they do take a little bit of time. This is why I only did 2 of the layouts, not all 6, because otherwise we'd be here all day. And you all have other things to do, as do I. So there we go. So there we have the 2 beautiful layouts. I'm not sure if you can see all of them on screen all at one time, but how beautiful is that? I can go this way a little bit and you can see almost all of it. How's that? You see it? I can still go over a little bit more, can't I? There we go. There, you can almost see the whole thing. How beautiful are they? Aren't they gorgeous? So that is one of the scrapbooking workshop kits for you. So now you can see what they look like, how they work. Yeah, they're all obviously different. Each of the scrapbooking workshop kits are different. Again, this one is the Lovely Florals Scrapbooking Workshop Kit, and the code is 166796 if you're looking for that. And again, we've got 4 more layouts to do, which you've got everything in the pack here. You'll have a little bit left over to then go ahead and make either other layouts or some cards, you know, whatever you would like to. Megan says, I should send you photos of some of the kit's freestyling layouts in the Sydney album. Oh, I'd love to see them, Megan. Yeah, for sure. Send them to me in private message. I'd love to see them. That'd be lovely. Thank you. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. And then you can add extra bling if you want to add bling. Just be mindful of the height of your bling and the texture of your bling, that it's not too high, because you don't want it to damage when you close your album. So when you close your album, you don't want it pressing too hard into, you know, the other side of the layout and damaging your photos and things like that. So what did you think? What do you think about that one? I'm going to tip the camera back up so that I can say goodbye to you all face to face. So bear with me one moment. Here we go. Going up, going down. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't flip my camera first, did I? There we go. Sometimes I forget to do that. There we go. Let's readjust that, readjust the lights. There we go. So what did you think? Is that the first time you've seen a scrapbooking workshop kit? If that is the first time you've seen one, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. Now, I will pop this video up on YouTube, which is where it will live. Facebook only keeps live videos now for 30 days and then they delete them. So all of my videos are held over on my YouTube channel. So you can just look up Mandy Witherby over on YouTube. And yeah, and you'll find it over there. For future reference, and I will go on and do the other layouts in the scrapbooking workshop kit, and then I'll be able to upload the photos for you. I'm not sure if I'll get them done tonight. I'll see how I go, but then I will definitely upload all of those photos so that you can see all of those. So remember to check out the scrapbooking workshop kits under the memory keeping section of the menu in the online store, and have a look there and see what sorts of kits are available for you that you might be interested in. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I will let you all go on with your evening, and I'll be back again next Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. If there's anything I can help you with, get in contact with me, let me know. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Have a great week, everyone. Happy crafting. Bye.